like a log.
I'm glad to hear it. It's a sort of accommodation you're going to have to get used to.
Yeah, well, I would have preferred a sea view and the breakfast wasn't up too much, but it was peaceful.
Well, might it be quite so peaceful when you're inside for real? You might have some very unsavoury roommates. They'll take it down a peg or two.
Jumping the gun a bit, aren't we?
You reckon?
Look, I just had a break, get away from it all. As soon as I knew you lads were looking for me, I rushed to have the nearest nick.
Public spirited.
That's me. Anything to help the cause of justice.
You're a cocklet, aren't you?
If you're innocent, you have nothing to fear.
Look, Dan, in case it slipped your memory, you've been arrested, cautioned, and I reckon we've got enough to get a result on the arson charge, and that's just for starters.
That's a good job of me then, isn't it? Help you lads out, stop you making fools of yourselves.
You and Wilmot Brown were never the best of buddies. You were in competition when you were at the Vic, and you remained so when you went to Line Bar.
I think that's what they call free enterprise, everyone going for their own share of the market.
Well, it depends on how they do it. You'd had a number of arguments with Wilmot Brown, some of them bordering on the violent.
I'm not a violent man, Mr. West. But yes, we did have some arguments, only because he's a pillock.
I don't suppose you were sorry to see the Dagmar go up in smoke then?
I was delighted, and if I could have found out who did it, I would have given him a bottle of house wine. What's the price?
So, now let's cut the crap and start talking seriously.
I came out here of my own free will to help you people out, but it seems you're determined to fit.
Nothing's further from my mind. I'm just trying to get to the truth.
Yeah, I'm not going to say one more word until my solicitor gets here.
All right, give us his name, give him a bell. Mr. Watts requested to consult a solicitor under subsection 1, 930.
I thought you were supposed to be more on top of things, Joanne. Your Mr. Watts is causing us a lot of grief.
Wasn't he at the gaff I gave you?
Oh, yes, he was there, all right. But they lost him.
Great.
So now he's on the loose again?
Not exactly, no. He walked into a police station and gave himself up. I was hoping that you two might be able to tell me what he's up to. They've taken him down to Walford Nick, screaming his head off for a brief. What's Marty?
Maybe he's seen sense, decided to go for the original option after all.
Maybe. But he's a bit unpredictable, as your Mr. Watts. Bit of sweet talking down the Nick, and he turns Queen's evidence. See how many he can take down with him.
Den wouldn't grass.
No? Well, unless you've got anything more constructive than blind hope, I think you can go now.
OUT.
When Den was up north, he was mouthing off about leaving you some information with a third party.
He's just trying to save his own skin. You can't blame him for that.
Except I think he was bluffing. I reckon we're into damage limitation. Tough on those that he can name, but it's nowhere near management.
You're doing well round here. You don't want to close down. Den will be all right. I'm sure of it.
Room service at last.
About this holiday of yours,
I don't think you've been listening to me. I said I wasn't going to say another word until my solicitor got here.
could take a while.
You rang him?
Martin of Martin Ornament Crew. That's what you said, wasn't it?
Yeah.
How long have you been with them?
Long enough.
How'd you get on with Martin?
He's all right.
Except that he is a sheep. Funny you didn't know that.
Start being clever. When's she coming?
Dunno who she is. The officer I heard just now. Funny thing was, no one there seemed to know much about you. Maybe they didn't want to. You're not their usual run of client. I've dealt with quite a few. Some very dodgy customers.
Oh, I see. You're not content with slagging me off. You're having a pop at my solicitor now. Now, is that libel or slander? Because I never know the difference.
Do you know what I think? I think the firm were going to look after you. But then you bottled up and did a runner. And now you've gone crying back to them. They don't want to know. You're on your own, Den. They're going to watch you banged up without shedding so much as a tear. Because you are going to go down on this arson charge. I'll give you my word for that, Dennis. And there's no 7th Cavalry coming to help you out. So why don't you start helping yourself?
Helping you mean?
Well, it's the same thing. I mean, you're nothing to them. Just rubbish. They don't care what happens to you.
Oh, and you do?
Well, if you can be useful to us, it is in our interests to help you.
Oh, thanks very much, Mr. West. But no thanks.
If you've got on the wrong side of that lot, inside or out, you're in trouble. You need all the friends you can get.
I'd like to see my client in private, please.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Unless you have authorization from our superintendent denying his request, and I think you were on pretty dodgy ground. My client has never been convicted of any offence. He walked into a police station of his own free will.
Yeah, I'll bet.
EastEnders, shall we?
Suits me. I'm still alright, am I? The deal's still on.
If you keep your part of the bargain, that seems to have been in some doubt lately.
On both sides. I was nearly dropped in it, but now I've sorted that out. We can go on as agreed.
I'm glad to hear it. I can't say these are ideal surroundings for me. I'd prefer to see you in my office before you went to the police. Still, to make the best of it. I take it you're going to plead not guilty.
That's what they say. What happens now?
You'll be in court today, then remanded in custody for a week, another appearance, same result, and so on till we get a date for your trial. At which point we can apply for bail. The police will oppose it. I'll probably say you're likely to commit further offences while on bail.
But my time on remand comes off my sentence, doesn't it?
If you're convicted, yes. And after what's happened, I imagine Mr. Vinicum will be happier knowing where you are.
So we don't apply for bail?
Of course, I do have to advise you that a plea of guilty would probably get you a shorter sentence, but I imagine that's already been taken care of in your private arrangements.
Yes. But what I didn't know about was this evidence that the police are supposed to have found at the bed and breakfast.
I thought there was a simple explanation for that. Electrical work you were going to do at the wine bar.
Oh, yeah? How about the marked money in the gun? If they'd have found that, it'd really look like Al Capone.
You've yourself to blame. The way you were behaving, we needed insurance.
Your insurance is at the bottom of the canal.
Well, it's going to make some angler in Manchester very happy. I'm more concerned about where you were staying during your absence from the square.
I was staying with a Mr. Chalky Whiting, 14 Beesham Lane, Manchester.
Mr. Whiting will confirm this, will he?
He's a bit of an old woman, but he won't let me down.
I hope not. You'd have done better to leave details like that to us. You know, the police may well bring further charges against you.
You lot will be wanting your money's worth, so I was expecting that.
Expecting it is one thing, and dealing with it is something else. You're going to be under a lot of pressure in the next few months, Mr. Watts. Police aren't idiots, you know. They may bully you, be nice to you, ignore you, pressure you. Try to make you forget who your real friends are.
I know what I'm letting myself in for.
I hope that's true, Mr. Watts. You see, a lot of your real friends have been rather worried that you've been acting strangely lately. They're never quite sure what you're going to do next. That sort of attitude is not going to help me in the preparation of your case. From now on, you do what you're told, and you forget about doing anything on your own initiative. Is that quite clear?
I was just making sure I got what I was due. And if you lot had played it straight, I wouldn't need to go off and do things on my own initiative now, would I? But from now on, I'm going to keep my head down, do my time, and stay out of trouble. Would you kindly pass that on?
Right. So now that's all out of the way, let's get started, shall we?
Is it a game of cards? I'm not bothered.
No way. I'll stand all this hanging about.
No long now. You're next. Besides, you might as well get used to filling in time. You've got a lot of it ahead of you.
I don't think so. It's all a misunderstanding. Soon get it sorted out.
Yeah, the last book I had said I'd get 15 years. Turned out he buried his mother. The only problem was she wasn't dead yet.
Yes, well, I'm not here for anything like that. Handling stolen goods. Not that I knew anything about it at the time, of course. But what are you here for?
Parking on a double yellow line. Oh, will you cut it out?
Sorry, what?
Pacing up and down, you're not getting anywhere, it's driving me potty.
Sorry. I'm just a bit nervous, that's all. Do I look all right?
Ain't a fashion parade. I'm just going to remind you. That's all.
It's important to make a good impression on the magistrates. My solicitor was talking to me about it. Wish me luck.
One chance.
A load of old toffee.
Do what?
Oh, that stolen goods rubbish. Nonce case. Hanging around the school playground. Interfering with little kids. And he's got a fair bit of previous for it and all.
Very well for you.
They will. That's what's worrying him. Soon get round where he's going, and when it does, his life ain't going to be worth living. Thought you ought to know.
What's it to do with me?
In case you end up in the same place, if you ain't against him, people might think you're for him, which would leave you in the same boat.
Thanks for the warning. You sitting anywhere around?
I only come out last month.
Brings your way to get back.
I feel safer in the neck than I do out there. At least I know where I am, what I'm doing. I can give you a few tips if you like. Help you through your time.
Don't worry about me. I know what I'm doing. I do my work the easiest way I can. I don't want any hassles.
It's not always that simple.
Well, you seem to survive it. Why shouldn't I?
Because I ain't a threat to anyone. Screws, inmates. I see trouble coming, and I keep it away. I know when to joke, and when to keep my mouth shut.
Oh, do as you're told when you're told. Afraid that's not my style.
I'm not going to repeat any of what that stupid bloke said about me, boy. I could be useful to you, I really could.
Once he's come to Rock House, we're on the road.
Hedges, Milton, Brownlow, Watts, out! Next.
Hello.
Full name.
Watts. Dennis Allen.
Born.
So they tell me. Date of birth, 29th of November, 1947.
Religion.
Not if I can help it.
C of E. Any special diet?
As a matter of fact, yes. I'm very partial to smoked salmon.
Right, Watts, get over there, get stripped off, get showered, get your kit.
Really?
Next.
Yes.
Full name.
Brownlow. Elliot.
Brownlow. Born.
23/1/1948.
Religion.
Catholic.
Any special diet?
No, sir.
All right, Brownlow. You get stripped off, get over there, get showered, get your kit. Next. Good journey.
Oh, heavy traffic out of London.
Well, by the time I get that bypass built, it was too late, eh? All the same.
It's alright, Watts. Seen it all before. No one's interested in what you've got. Need a magnifying glass anyway. Go over there and get your kit. Take me over to A-Ring, I'll see you over there. Right. Come on, Watts, get a move on.
Not too much, is it?
It's going to be home for a while, Watts, so you better get used to it. Go over there. Get up. What's your style, eh? You're a five-star hotel, man. Well, this ain't exactly the Hilton. We don't get many complaints about our room service. Not if our guests know what's good for them. There's a night bell in your cell. That's for emergencies like imminent death. We don't appreciate jokers ringing it asking to be tucked in for the night.
Oh, don't worry. I ain't about to disturb your beauty sleep.
Oh, you won't get the chance. I'm not on duty. I've got a bird all lined up when I leave here. Good cracker. Legs right up to her neck. Of course, that's something you'll be missing for a while too. Or are you one of the limp wrist brigade?
Oh, do me a favour. I don't want to share a cell with one either.
You worried I want to fancy you?
And I don't want to be banged up with that nonce case Brownlow.
Listen, Watts. You're a prisoner. You ain't running the joint.
I'll come and Governor, be reasonable. Stick him in a cell with his own kind.
Don't worry. We know how to cater for assault. Same as we know how to handle smart Alex like you. We got the perfect soldiers all lined up. Hello, Barnsley. Touching your soul, mate. Never been inside before. I'm sure you're showing the ropes.
Turned out nice again, hasn't it?
Friendly wake-up call, let's be on you. Rise and shine. Come on, come in. Queenie, if you want to get your arms down the throat first, you better get your makeup on fast. Come on. Oh, good stuff there. That's not that Smithfield.
Now you know why you shall know numero 5 on my pillow, Mr. Stone.
Let's be on you.
Nearly rang the emergency bell last night. Horribly, I thought. And then the penny dropped. Checking all your working parts were in order, were you? Need a bit more oil, dear. That might speed things up a bit, then we can all get some sleep. Settled in all right, have we? Regular little chatbox your other half, isn't he? If it all gets a bit too much for you, a word in the right ear, and you can move in with me. Please yourself. I'll have to keep my eye on that one. He's heavy in more ways than one. If we're doing porridge, it only seems right that we should eat the stuff. Slop. You want it, you can have it. A little better for you than these things that keep winking at you.
One of the screws.
If I was to tell you what they fried these in, you'd never believe it. I'll believe anything.
Right to the Home Office.
What's he jabbering on about? Oh, get lost.
I need your advice. Can I talk to you later?
Go on, naff off.
I should have asked some solitude.
You learn the rules quickly, Dennis.
I know, but then everyone would have known for sure.
It'll have to be today sometime, otherwise it could be too late. Well, look at this. Friendly sort, isn't she?
All right, Watts.
All right, what? Mr. Stone.
Follow me.
What's that?
Visitor.
A bloke or a bit of skirt?
It's like a bell tent.
Good on the old cow. See you later, sunshine. Visitor? Rather you than me. Only make matters worse. Summer?
Eh?
You're looking great.
Oh, yeah, great, isn't you?
No, I mean it, you're looking good.
Tell us about yourself, you ain't changed a bit.
Oh, expecting the suit with the arrows on, were we?
Hoping, you know me. What was a sucker for a man in a uniform?
Oh, I could have fixed you up with a date with a screw if you like.
A couple of months ago, I might have taken you up on that.
Oh, don't tell me the Catwoman's changing her spots. I don't believe it.
I don't believe it myself sometimes.
That's Frank.
Okay.
Vic?
Oh, we're doing okay. Picking up a few waves and strays from the deck.
Now, don't say I never do you any favours.
Simon's back. It's just like old times, except the only one's missing is...
Yeah, well, don't forget Angie on the Costa del Sunny, whatever you do.
Oh, yeah, talking about lifting the old elbow. I bought you some logs in, only they said you couldn't have them. Something about new regulations. Same with the other goodies I bought in, I'm sorry.
How about the facts?
You don't smoke.
No, but they're worth their weight in gold. Even you ain't that dumb.
Just mucking about. I bought in a carton, but they said you could only have 60.
And who says we have the life of Riley in it?
I even bought in some fruit from Pete's stall.
No, we got plenty of that. Your mate Colin will be in his element.
Different strokes, different folks. Get desperate, try it. Might even like it. Yeah, how you doing for cash? The guy at reception said that we could buy anything at the shop. That's if you got the dough.
I got plenty, but I got it safely stashed in my prison bank account.
What little I got in the building society.
You didn't let anyone know you were coming, did you?
Oh, just Frank. He sends his regards, by the way. I was tempted to let Sharon in on the act.
No, right, sir.
Den, I know you've got problems, but don't leave it too long.
Taking it bad, is she? I'll try and write that out tomorrow.
Visit would be better.
No way, not until the dust settled. Not until I'm settled. Did you get a ring posted?
One to Sparrow Solicitor. I'll deliver myself.
Good, that's the important one.
Is he going to take up your case or something?
No, just a bit of insurance.
With or without profits?
Mutual life insurance. And who knows, maybe the odd dividend will come up.
So much.
Yeah, right. Anyway, darling. Thanks for coming.
Do the thing if the shoe was on the other foot.
Yeah, and you know, it's always the old mates that come up trumps.
Cozy, just the two of us. How is she?
Gone to the loo, playing table tennis. How the hell should I know?
Oh, I didn't mean Barnsley.
Oh, that's its name.
And he's a he, unless you know something I don't. I meant your visitor. Yeah. See, she's brought all the right sort of things.
You thieving hands off.
Unless you fancy your face peeled off the bars, I wouldn't if I were you. Besides, only looking, which you will realise once you get to know me, is all I do. Tell Barnes he's on the show list.
I haven't managed to get through to him this far. What makes you think I'll be able to do it now?
6 o'clock. Got that? I'd try the next landing. Keep your legs crossed for a few minutes, Dennis.
Best to stay clear. Round low. Everything all right?
The fish are jumping and the cotton is high.
Oh, it's your cheerful today.
All sort of fresh air in this place, isn't it? A little bit earlier rise, never had such healthy living.
All right for some. I'd give anything for a can of air freshener last night. You sell, mate. I don't know what he had before he went to court, but he certainly snagged the place out. And not content with that, he keeps me awake all night, sobbing his heart out. And you know how ratty I'll get if I don't get my beauty sleep, eh, Bart?
Don't leave you old queen.
Yeah, won't be a lot of laughs as if then.
What's the matter? Don't you fancy him?
What? Kello, welfare wing at 10.
I think I'll give it a miss, Governor. The pace of this place is really tiring me out.
Well, it's up to you. Looks bad in your cold report if you choose to go.
Oh, I didn't know you cared so much.
Well, I'll give it a toss. Just telling you the score.
I'll tell you what, I'll have a look at my social diary, see if I can fit in between tea dances.
You know what you're here for.
Yeah, it's the British Airways winter break, isn't it?
Arson's a serious crime.
Except it's the police that's arsing around. They got the wrong fella.
You're pleading not guilty.
You got the file.
As soon as the date for your trial is fixed, you can apply for bail.
Yeah, I know that.
How are you settling in here?
Oh, marvellous. If the screws were to wear red coats, I think I was in Butlins.
Any problems at home?
I think the meter might have run out by now. Probably another tenant moved in. I was in bed and breakfast.
I meant with relatives. I see you're divorced. Any problems with maintenance? Would you have a daughter in Walford? If she has any trouble visiting you, the local social security might be able to help.
I don't want her visiting.
I understand how you feel.
I doubt it.
You probably don't want her seeing you in these surroundings.
Would you?
You're here, and you might be here for a while. That's the way it is. There's no point in pretending different. If you cut yourself off from everything, it only makes it harder to adjust when you come out.
I don't want her visiting.
Look, Watts, I know you may find this hard to believe,
but I am here to help you. I know what prisoners say about their welfare. Won't do anything, says his hands are tied. Well, we do have to work within the regulations, but that doesn't mean that we don't care. If you've got a problem, we'll try to help, and we won't make a song and dance over it. Nobody's going to think you're weak because you ask for help, because they don't have to know. Can I go?
Expenses. And it's an excellent choice for you in charge.
Oh, thank you.
And your knowledge of the square. You must have seen them all grow up.
Yes.
Beals, Angie, Dennis Watts. Bet he was a handful when he was little.
Oh, right, little tearaway he was.
What about his mates?
Well, Peter, he was his best mate. Not that bit alike. I mean, Peter, you know, he comes out with it. I mean, says what he thinks. But then, well, you never know, do you?
Plays it close to his chest. Not many like that around here.
Oh, no. Well, Pat, of course. Secretive, I'm sure, was, even as a girl. Well, I mean, who knew anything about Frank? She was on with him for years.
There we are.
Thank you.
Good luck with the new job.
Oh, thank you very much.
Oh, God. I ain't stopped since I left the laundrette. I'm pretty trying to get people ever so glad we're doing this.
So, Mrs. Cotton, you keep up the good work.
Oh, thanks, John.
It's a good idea. Coming here looking like you do.
I thought you might like to hear about the meeting.
I already do. Keep petty crime off the street. I'm all for it.
Figures.
Even made a donation.
Very public spirit.
I'm much more interested in Pat at the Vic.
If it turns you on.
I want to know if she's got certain papers of Dennis.
What sort of papers?
Names, dates, various transactions might prove embarrassing.
Dennis Watts ain't gonna grass to the filth. Your friends and him go back a long way.
And we look after our own. Unless they let us down, of course. And sometimes we don't even go to the funeral.
Last night. You haven't been in long yourself, eh?
A week.
Never been in prison before?
No?
Me neither. It's getting me down.
Well, if this is what you like after one night, ain't much hope for you then, is it?
Be alright once we get used to it. I reckon we could help each other. You know, stick together.
I don't need any help.
Don't you get?
No.
Why's everybody got it in for me?
You ain't seen nothing yet. I was speaking to a bloke from the other landing. Comes from your neck of the woods, knows what you're in for. Saying you do much good in here, is it? Mugging old ladies done exactly right with pot black on the sporting scene, and don't tell me you didn't do it.
I didn't.
I couldn't care less.
Don't say
anything. It's not my style, pal. I'm going to keep my nose clean and my head down, and when you get your head kicked in, don't come looking for me, because I ain't going to help you. Find some other chum. Oh, come on, Steve Davis. I'll give you a game. I'll give you a black ball star.
No need to shove, Trevor. Plenty for everyone. Talk about one thing.
All right, Squeenie, give it a rest.
Oh, not my fault if you lock me up with one of the 7 dwarves.
Snow White, you're not, so just cool it, eh?
Oh, like the twilight, eh, Mr. Stone?
Until next February, yeah.
Well, what's that in there? Freaking out? Joining the moonies?
And in my uniform. Sire, concentrate on my garden. Got a little jungle look now, the hours I wear.
Yeah, the way you love it.
You gotta be joking, son. You're not the only one wishing your time away, you know. 21 weeks, 147 days, 3,500 odd hours. And then I'm shot to the place. As far as I'm concerned, you can all go murder each other. It's not my problem.
We love you too.
All right, Danny Boy.
Hello, Johnny. How's it going? Mustang grammar, mate.
I thought you'd be here to see me by now.
Yeah, we know it's like in this place. You've got to have something to look forward to, haven't you?
Yeah, well, don't leave it too long. We've got things to discuss.
All right, mate. Cheers. Yeah.
Grand National, football, pools. That's about it.
Come and live dangerously with you, if you like.
Well, the likes of you, you've probably got another pack up your sleeves.
Oh, deeply.
Still, I'll hang around for the loss when you start cheating with Godzilla here.
It's a miserable-looking git. That's him on a good day.
So what's his problem then?
It's the power he loves.
P19s.
Thank you, Barnesy.
He used to needle me all the time when they first came in here.
Bit of a dangerous hobby there. You'd probably take his head off.
No. Mug's game hitting a screw.
Yeah, you can only lose, I suppose. Still, it must be a temptation.
It is.
You might have seen the trick cyclist today, Watts.
Oh, I can hardly contain my excitement.
Yeah, I bet he's dying to see you, too. I mean, I wonder what's going on in that thick little skull of yours.
Why don't you save the paperback Freud to the experts?
Experts? Waste of money. I've got your number, all right. Listen, you set fire to that pub because you're a greedy, nasty, mean, conniving little git.
Twist. Is there any danger you finishing it? I thought you asked me to answer some questions. No, you call yourself a psychiatrist. You ain't even got a leather couch. Hello? Anyone at home?
Always been an impatient man.
I am when I've got better things to do with my time.
Like what? Seems to me you have plenty of spare time at your disposal at the moment.
Yeah, I don't want to spend it sitting here looking at your head. You're going bald, do you know that?
Yes, I'm aware of that.
You're going to be as bald as a billiard ball in a few years.
Do you think having a full head of hair is important?
Well, it keeps barbers in jobs.
Worried about your virility?
I've had no complaints.
You're very defensive.
Am I?
Yes. Insecure?
Not that I've noticed, no.
I think you are.
Something in my childhood.
Did it make you feel important, setting fire to the Dagmar?
No, because I didn't do it.
But you enjoyed watching it burn.
I was asleep when it happened.
What do you make of those?
Blobs on a piece of paper.
But what do they say to you?
They say to me that I'm wasting my time being here.
Yes, I think perhaps we'll both are.
Good. I'm glad we can agree on something.
Think we have to say to each other?
I'm sorry our relationship started off so badly, Sharon. I know you were overwrought at the time.
Just what are you here for?
You don't mind if I sit down? A nice flat. Your father took good care of you.
Well, he can't anymore, can he? Not where he is.
Well, let's hope this horrid business is over as soon as possible and we can all get back to normal.
We?
I did work with your father, you know. Not for long, I grant you, but I liked him.
I'm not a fool. I know who runs the wine bar.
I'm just earning a living the best way I know how.
Working for gangsters.
Gangsters, honest businessmen, there's a very fine line.
You must be very good at walking the tightrope then.
I've had to be. It's not easy being a woman in a man's world. Does that sound a bit maudlin?
You said it, not me.
You asked why I came, and it's very simple. We want to help. There's a rumour that your father's been a victim of what's commonly called, I believe, a setup.
Well, of course he was.
Someone like Den, strong-minded, outspoken, he's bound to have made some enemies.
So?
Well, we can't help if we don't have any information.
What sort of information?
Anything at all. Diaries? Notes?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know anything about that.
He hasn't left any papers with you?
I didn't even know he was going, remember?
No, of course not. I'm sorry. Poor Dan, he must be very bitter.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't know. I haven't seen him. He sent me a letter, that's all. He doesn't want me to visit him.
That must have hurt a very great deal.
I suppose he thinks he's protecting me.
Well, of course he is. Look, Sharon, I know we got off on the wrong foot, but I would like to be a friend. Think about it, will you? Perhaps we can have some lunch sometime.
Maybe.
Nice little setup you got here, mate.
No, I can't complain.
Number one, eh? Screw without a uniform.
Yeah, the money's not that good. But I do have a few perks.
Yeah, I bet.
Yeah, so I can help you.
Old pals, eh?
No, not exactly. I've been told to help you. That's why I helped you.
Oh, I didn't realise the governor was that concerned about my welfare.
If the governor you're referring to is Mr. Vinicum, he's got good reason to do so. We look after our own.
I see.
So what can I do for you?
I'd like a couple of chorus girls.
No, I can't stretch it out, I'm afraid, but I can get you a decent job while you're in here. Earn yourself a couple of quid a week. More important, make messages onto the phone.
Well, that's a better offer than the welfare bloke just made. I suppose there's a catch.
We haven't seen the old bill yet, but they'll be around soon enough.
I know. But don't worry, I can handle it.
I hope so, Dennis. Because I'd hate to think what's going to happen to you if you let us down.
I'll get you. I was wondering if you might have a word. Oh, yeah, what about? Somewhere a bit more fried. Through there. Thank you. Simon, keep an eye on things for me, will you?
Right.
Can you watch out for a left, Mum?
Up here? This is about as private as I want to get.
Do I detect a slight, what shall I say, hostility?
Say what you like, but say it quick, I'm busy.
I was hoping we might get to know each other. We're both in the same business. Swap a few notes.
That'd be nice. Just want a few knitting patterns, go shopping maybe. All girls together, be jolly, wouldn't it?
No, wasn't exactly what I meant.
No, I didn't think it was. What have you got in mind?
Myself, nothing. People I work for. Were wondering about a few things. Wanted to come and see you.
Yeah?
I convinced them it'd be better if I came, woman to woman.
You always go all around the houses to come out with whatever you want to say.
I merely want to impress upon you how unimportant I am. I'm just running an errand. Just doing a job like you. It would be better if we talked. My employers are rather apt to get excited. Start throwing their weight around as his men's won't.
Got a lovely turn of phrase.
Thank you.
Well educated, were you? Good school? Holloway? That's it, girl. Let the claws show. Show your real self. Be yourself, I always say. Now let's get down to business.
employers?
The local villains.
My employers are concerned. It seems Mr. Watts has been making threats. Unfounded threats, but nevertheless...
Yeah, I like putting things in black and white.
He has left something with you, then.
I see. What is it they say? Penny's mightier than the salt.
You admit it, then?
I admit nothing.
We knew.
Oh, at last, the we.
Thought he might do something like this.
You know Dan. Sort of bloke wears belt and braces.
Lad, I don't want to alarm you. I wanted to see you myself to avoid any unpleasantness, but you are playing a very dangerous game. Please believe me. Forget Dan. Get on with your own life. It's healthier.
I ain't admitted anything.
Oh, it's got to be you or his daughter, and I've already spoken to her.
You spoken to Sharon?
Yeah.
Listen, you pester Sharon, and that prison that Den's in won't be strong enough to hold him. He'll take you and your bunch of idiots apart. Just leave her alone. And yeah, I will tell you. He left me an envelope. I passed it on to a solicitor, so it's safely out of your reach. You spent the last 5 minutes trying to put the frighteners on me, but I don't frighten easy, so you just go back to your employers. Tell them Pat Wicks said bugger off.
I'm sorry you take this attitude, Mrs. Wicks. I hope you don't live to regret it.
Your threats don't frighten me. I'll get one more, I'll start yelling for the law. Can't do much to me. Certainly not to Dan, because he's safely banged up.
Good evening, Mrs. Wicks.